They say history rhymes. And sometimes, it just repeats the sacrifice. 2.5 millennia ago, 300 stood at the hot gates to hold the path for the world they knew. But in 1950, 10,000 sons of Greece crossed the sea to Korea. They didn't have the narrow pass of Thermopylae. They had the jagged ridges of the Pusan perimeter. They were just as young, just as far from home, and just as resolute. They went as sons, boys with a country's pride in their veins. Now, they are old men. Their hands are weathered. Their voices are quiet, but their lineage remains unbroken. We honor the 300 who taught us how to stand. But today, we sing for the 10,000 who showed us how to bleed for a peace that wasn't their own. Over 10,000 crossed seas and came back wearing bone. From Greece they marched through the winter to a land far from home. Young men, fathers and sons, standing straight, standing alone. They held the line under fire from ridge to ridge, through blood and rain. They did not bend, they did not break. They carried Greece through smoke and flame. Honor the men of Greece, honor the sons of Greece. They stood in the storm, they stood with teeth. Honor the men of Greece, honor the sons of Greece. 2 citations on their name and still they bled for peace. For peace. For Greece. For Greece. Korea took their bright faces, and the mud took their boots. But the old songs followed them hard in the dark, in the roots. 2 US stars on the banner, and the ROK praised their stand. Not for glory, not for gold, just duty in a far-off land. They held the line when the sky went red, shoulder to shoulder. They did not flinch. If death came close, they met it clean, with Greece behind them in every inch. Honor the men of Greece, honor the sons of Greece. They stood in the storm, they stood with teeth. Honor the men of Greece, honor the sons of Greece. 2 citations on their name and still they bled for peace. For peace. For peace. For peace. Now let the pipes cry low. Let the drum beat roll. For every name the sea kept, for every borrowed soul, we remember fierce, we remember true. Men of Greece, we sing for you.